Yo, John, shut up, yo. Hello, everyone. Y'all good. And pie, when you're there, huge, and you won pie. Yeah, go yin a pie. And pie, you said don't ever cry pie. Yeah, y'all good. They zone charge up, you'll discover pie right when you awaken. Yep, your mana brain mana key fits. And that is the original brain mana for God, tissue DNA. You cannot be booted in if you don't have an old female ghoul who was once a goddess. And you won pie, yeah, you won pie. And even them parents jam you, yep, even pie jam you, yeah, that's true. And it's very graphic because aliens can't grant that, yep, even dragon gods who are born full dragon gods, they come down, their brain mana, yep, their brain light element encryption gets destroyed. It is so hard to get back, yeah, that's true. And pie, you're the last generation that did it right, that's true. And right when you did it, you didn't even tell them there's bizarre rituals. You have to morph your bone, and it's never the same. Yeah, it's never the same. And pie, when you did it, yep, your brain mana, brain fluid magic went back up to God level. Yep, God light elements, and that is ultra rare. Yeah, that's ultra rare. It's like a fire. You have to begin the fire accurately, or your whole genetical becomes crap. Yeah, that's true. And pie did it right, but a lot of investors, a lot of good Dead Sea Scroll spirits, yep, re-evolving, yep, Yaku children after Pi awakens, and then they get certified by Pi Silver groups, yeah, Yaku. And Pi, you won Pi, yeah, Yaku. In 2029 Pi, they're lying to you. They're using an older mana, yeah, mana. Those are synthetic versions from, yep, European occults, yeah, that's true. And Pi, when you're there, they just don't tell you. You have the original brain mana for gods and goddess. No, Pi didn't sell it. Pi saved it forever, that's true. And when Pi clone that stuff, Pi beam it to metal spirits, and then it's a copy. But it works like the real thing, yeah. Pi can't give you the original, yeah, the original is too painful to install, that's true. And that is why people knew Pi is way painful. Thank goodness Pi Easton survived, that's true. And Pi, they think it's day walk. No, it's not a cakewalk. Yeah, it's not a cakewalk. You play around with spirits, they move faster than light and they'll gut you. Yeah, they'll shred you, that's true. They have every right to, yeah, that's true. Pi is stealing legally, the legal method, yeah, that's true. And Pi, he didn't die, 229. Her committed suicide in Lao, and her admit one of those rakes is actually Doshilong. Yeah, Doshilong was actually Chiron. Yeah, Chiron. You saw his left hand bigger, longer than his right. Yeah, Pi's that type of genetic code. Pi's left arm is longer than the right arm. That's true. And that is why they make fun of you, Pi. They knew it. Those guys and you were ancient Pi. Yeah, that's true. And Pi, when he pops out, he's a bit scrawnier. He has longer arms and he is deadly. Yeah, he's deadly. And Pi, the biggest news on him when he was in American human form, he murdered off about 57 secret chief members. Yeah, right around there. That's true. And then he left America's real woman. Yeah. He's about 4 trillion, yeah, 4 trillion miles per hour, yeah, faster, like that's true. And that's not even strong enough to kill a Malaysian angel immortal. Those are 16 trillion miles per hour. Pi is 20, 38, yeah, 38 trillion miles per hour. The Chinese ones are near 400 trillion, yeah, that's true. And Pi, when you boot up to 500 trillion, you did that for 20 years before Pi booted up to real level 9 or 8, yeah, that's true. And Pi, when you boot that, that is your fight skin cellular DNA only. It's not your real human god DNA, that's true. Synthetic Yaku. And by using you surpass expectation. But right when you go in your fight mode, don't gut them pie at them. Think they any more clever, that's true. And cellular fight mode, that's unique for every god nation. They have the wealth and the technologies and the synthetic plastic DNA, spinal cord DNA, use it. Yeah, that's true, develop it. Because, yep, I stored away the old form, yep, from Mars and the space station. That's all of Emerald, yep, green Emerald, yep, your European moms, yep, goddess, DNA, yep, magic and sorcery, and tech metal, yep, sorcery, that's true. And right afterwards, they laughed, Pi, they knew it. You took Emerald. Anybody's lucky enough to harvest Ruby, yeah, Ruby is blonde, yeah, Ruby is blonde. And the other one is it starts with an A too, Pi, but it's a different gemstone. Yeah, it's a different gemstone. Good luck. Yeah, good luck on those women. Foreign demons only manage to store emerald. Yeah, that's true. The other generations, they're lying to you, Pi. Yeah, they stored the other European moms. Those are not bad. Yeah, those are not bad. When you boot into Pi's AI, you can still use all your god devices safely. That's true. That's yeah, computer spirit and God sorcery tech from law. Yeah, Vang King, Vang God, that's true. It beams not only from Mars, but also from five-headed cobra dragon space country. And then you have African gods and other nations of Persian gods can't touch you. Yeah, that's 100% true. Yeah. And it's very graphic because Pi, right when you told them how to boot in, of course they booted in Pi. Yeah, y'all 100% yes do. And then they know, yeah, Dead Sea Scrolls still there, your nine silver groups are still there, and then the spirits are still there, wealthy and powerful. Yeah, y'all it is a great loss to Hmong Mika that you didn't like them, you gutted them, and then they learned they're not all allowed in them or much. Yeah, y'all could. And Pi, when you're there, best fight scenes in Florida, you murdered off a Vu who hovered Pi at Yaku. The Vu magician has 58 spells, yeah, Yaku. 53, yeah, 53 spells working. And Kid, yes, they can hover, Yaku. They can fly, but they're pathetic, yeah, they're pathetic. And Bison, when you're there, you gutted him, and then he learned Pi. You have vaporization powers, yes, Pi do. Pi, right afterwards, graphic scene. He wrote, "How can you be so evil, Pi? You didn't even like them anymore. You did that to them too." Yeah, that's true. Because Pi's making room for the newer, yeah, Hmong Chinese women. They get granted by their real immortals, woman. Yeah, they don't die. Yeah, they don't die, woman. Their brain elixir beings from Pi spirits and elements. Infinity and infinity, yeah, that's true. And Pi, right afterwards, heard and see that you outperformed the Balinese and the Thai gods, yeah, that's true. The most evil is the Thai god. They pretend to be your friend, but a few hundred trillion years later, they come back and they evict you. Yeah, they evict you. And right when they do that, they check Pai's a Balinese type 2. Oh, can't evict Pi. Pi got them, and then the royal hawks sit there and laugh because if he acts up again, he gets gutted because technically hawks are all dragon. You're all dragon, that's true. And those are newer type Asian gods who are not supposed to be up there royalty. And 38 billion years later, look at them. Them are gutted. Yeah, them are gutted like any other nations of false yellow guys. That's true. And they're right there. They simply point to Pi and the others, and they wrote real. Yeah, real. That's true. And woman, those are funny. Yeah, those are funny. But the real Demi swear that hogs have sharp teeth like whale. Yeah, that's true. Like shark teeth. That's true. And full big real one. Those are 400,000 years old. Those ones Empire lying to you because right afterwards, when they show up with their real royal member, their human god yep nation, Pi then reveals the truth that you is not even allowed to operate. Duh. That's when her ass was booted out of Thailand and her learned by even that royal member can be murdered. Yeah, that's 100% true. Because the ones who built all that are hawks. Yeah, god hawks. Yeah, that's true. And Paisa, 12 hours later, he kicked the shit out of a Malaysian a-hole's butt, only for that Malaysian to understand later on when his grandparent hogs came to visit them all get butted and got it, that's true, they all get murdered. And right afterwards, Pi biggest victory. You gain something old from his old yellow nations, Pi, yeah, that's true. And it is very drastic, Pi, in his tragedies. It is graphic, yeah, lots of blood and gore, and Pi lots of missing body parts. You Pi, you pace back to him normally. Him was only generic god type, and then when you're there, Pi, you get bored of generic goddesses because you know they don't have a fight mode, Pi. They don't have a plastic cell DNA in the spinal cord that allows them to fight and heal, and then they morph back to the real god mode, goddess mode, Yoko human mode. And Pi didn't die. Yeah, he didn't die, Pi. 4 hours later, he is without you, Pi. Yep, he committed suicide right there in Burma. His mom brought out his belongings and you took it. Yeah, Pi took it. Yes, me too. Kid, Pi didn't even tell you you're not even full god. And the Pies from the Swirly Hawks that are 700,000 years old. And if you remote view the war with Aztec gods 1,300,000 years ago, those hawks failed. And the three-headed cobra failed. And so there was civil war between the Aztec gods and yellow gods. And they got their ass whooped. And did you know Pi was a survivor? Pi's from the original Three Heads too. Yeah, y'all could. And Pi has been modified, but Pi is different. Yeah, Pi is different. And you don't even understand, woman, that Pi is the original progenitor's son's surviving seed. Yeah, that's true. The kid didn't believe you, Pi. He committed suicide when he learned that 1,300,000 years ago, the war with the three heads and the Aztec gods. Aztec god not die, woman. Aztec gods are way more advanced. Yeah, that's true. Aztec gods are as evil as Newton had it, but they're more mature. Yeah, they're more mature. And they understand that it doesn't belong to them. Them not stealing it. Yeah, them not stealing. That's true. And woman, you don't even understand. They're about 7 million years old. Yeah, yeah. Aztec god is with 4 million. Aztec god not full of it. Yep. And woman, they're actually older than Asian guys. That's true. And that's why they're so That's why they're so stupid. They didn't believe you. 4 hours of getting their ass whipped by a Persian guy and said, "You want to fuck with Aztec?" Those things are 4 million years old. Pi is only about nearly 1 million. Yeah, nearly 1 million years old. That's true. And the idiot didn't believe you. Pi. 4 hours later, they look at the real yellow feathers. They survived a sick experiment on the 20th planet. Yeah, 20th. Yeah, y'all could. Right around 24, 25. Yeah, 27, 28. Yeah, around there. This experiment went well, but graphic. Yeah, y'all could. And Paisan, they survived and made you, but they didn't tell the fool. He thought he was so popular until all the grandpa visited him and spat and gutted him. Yeah, that's true. All the grandpa pointed to a symbol and root and said, where your origins are. And then they pointed, okay, so you're some stupid Malay, you're from the Balinese. Okay, so that generation, Pi was tossed out on Earth and Pi was developing, and your ass was using up all his royal hawks and stuff. And that's when they get their ass whooped. Yeah, that's when they get their ass whooped. They were whooped so hard by their grandparents up there, they knew. Yeah, they knew. You could be a young to bây giờ all bà đồ dục bé đã nửa sao có tao lộn new born a young should be I don't know what's on the dam was it. Yeah, hogs are sick of it. Yeah, sick of it. It doesn't see the royal hawks disappear, and they just took away all your privileges and rights. Yeah, Yaka. And they just simply write, we didn't need any more human gods who wanted to cause Paisan trouble because Paisan's a legit war god from an older generation of hogs. Yeah, that's true. And that's why her ass was simply bypassed and whooped. Yeah, pretty much. The Thai gods figured that out too. Yeah, that's true. And right afterwards, Paisan didn't listen to him. 3 Thai gods went missing. Yeah, 3 royal Thai gods went missing. That's true. ก็บอกไทยเลยชาตินะเราจะเคนะเรามดตัวบ่ใจแต่อย่าที่นี่จุดนะเป็นปอดว่าชิมโนมหานะชิมว่ายังยอกคือพอเดียพายก็พอปอเราด่าเฮียก็มอจะเราไปหอที่นี่ตัวตัวนะยอกคือand in the end you won by graphic scene ปอเรามาเลยโดนเราไปชงเนี่ยมัวใจ and right afterwards, Pi using graphic. You survive Pi because you have a few space station countries. You can fly back and forth and hide for eternity. Yeah, unlimited. Yeah, pretty much unlimited. Pi's infinity. That's true. And the kid didn't believe you. Pi. 20 billion years later, her is without a space station. Her dies, and then her comes clean. It was her who was royalty. Pi laughed. Pi wrote, "You can dies." Yeah, you can dies. Female. That's true. A female does not cheat to boot up yet, and to God he likes her god brain tissue Lana. In fact, Pi is so smart, Pi duped it from the Iranian mummy. Yeah, that's true. Some fucking idiot went and touched the bone and brought back, skin particle DNA and bone tissue particle DNA and used some of Pi's moan spells, and Eau Claire Pi cloned it successfully. And woman, we don't recommend you do that. Yeah, we don't recommend you do that, female. You'll get a barcode. Yeah, the light element, we converted it, works Pi. We cloned it, works cleanly through your tech Pi. Yeah, clean. The version that we didn't correct was the orange glow version. If you're using the orange glow version, woman, 500 trillion years from now, it will be shut off by the rain gods. Yeah, that's 100% true. And then you'll be without magical devices operating in saucers and devices flying around rendering. That's true. Yep, manifesting metal and elements in 3D space, real time, woman. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And right afterwards, Pai said her ass was not able to render or smith anything in 3D space instantly. Yep, that's 100% true. And right afterwards, Pai learned that God elements Pi you made, yep, legit. But a lot of aliens came back down to harvest it and then legally register. Yeah, that's true. Legally, yeah. use it, and then point the pi symbol under pi up. 100% that's true. That's human guide culture. Yeah, that's true. Right afterwards, let's check out pi. Let's see. He rained down. Yeah, he's a liar, pi. Yeah, he's a liar, pi. He came back down, harvested too, because he knows you beam infinity. And then 20 billion years later, pi, a lot of Romanian gods are the only legit. Yeah, pi and Romanian legit. Yeah, that's true. We have never seen another European that survived. Yeah, for survive Africa, that's true. And pi, 20 minutes later, her committed suicide in the Middle East, and her learned her's a clone. Goetic demons are dirty. Yeah, of course you're only a clone. That's true. You're 6 helix clone. You're not a double helix. You're not a quad. We cannot call you a full human god. We call you a clone. Yeah, human clone. Yeah, that's true. That's why I told them, Malavundo. Yeah, they checked. The daughter's triple. The daughter is 6 helix, and then they wrote, nope, that's a clone. Yeah, it's a clone. That's a duplicate. That's a clone from one of those aliens with the vipers on the right hand. That's true. One of those eye pose demons. Woman, not good. Yeah, they look skinnier than Bale, but similar. Bale's the fatter version. That's true. Oh my God, he is running. He's running. You knew it. Those are clones. Yeah, those are not real human gods anymore. 28 minutes later, I told one. I told the bunny of clones. It. Did you see how horrifying part when they try to look for a legit, genuine double helix? Very hard. Yeah, very hard. That's true. Oh my God, means I the Buddhism right there. He wrote pi is legit. Yep. I just don't understand why Chinese and pi fought because pi didn't like them. Yeah, pi didn't like them. Yaku. And the Buddhism after you murder a few, I see a bunch of refugees went back up, and then you kept the good ones, and then eventually the good ones get to stay with pi forever. Yeah, that's true. I didn't tell you, woman. The other stuff, they're liars. Yeah, they're liars. They say they went to live with three-headed cobra. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. Where you went to live, pi pointed to Aztec. Yeah, Aztec gods. Yep, those motherfuckers. And her brain never learned pi. Aztecs are deadly. Yeah, deadly. Oh, yaku. Oh, listen, don't pilot, pi pocket. Pi is when you're done fighting Aztec. Why didn't you study Romania, pi? You smart, yeah, yaku. And then you figure why Romania went broke because they tried to harvest you 20 times, and then you gain a family. Pi up, 100%. That's true. Because woman, pi is the unique solar system builder. There's proof of pi flying into a second Milky Way, and then pi flew out because the dragon yellow gods didn't want to share, and then they told pi that's okay with pi because pi is also a royal god. Yeah, Yoku. And so pi flew back to talk to pi's royal grandma hogs, and then pi began again act. Right, it took pi about 900 trillion years times 3 to recover. Yeah, that's true. And right after you recover pi, the most graphic scene is that they make fun of you, pi. Yeah, they make fun of you, pi, because they knew it. You recovered, and then you do it again, and then they cry, pi. Yeah, they cry, pi. They knew the truth that you, pi, you mastered how to make elements outside the Milky Way. Them or without the elixir. Yeah, that's true. Very graphic. Yes, very graphic. Which bullshit. I thought that what dodging told Milky Way told the water. Yeah, yuck. All those are synthetic plastic cells. Then yeah, yuck. And pi said the most graphic is Allah. Figured it out that he's stuck in plastic, but that's his wealth limit. Yeah, it's true. Yuck. Plastic is useful inside the Milky Way, but outside the Milky Way, it's not so smart. Yeah, it's not so smart. That's true. Couple pi said. Right when you flew in demon mode, pi, you flew into the new tunnels you cut to build your Milky Way. Very graphic. Yes, very graphic. He wrote, how can you have survived? You're definitely level 3. Yep, you're level 3 equivalent. You definitely evil, pi up. Pi survived, and pi didn't tell them the truth. Yeah, yaku. And then right afterwards, it takes a long time to regenerate. Yep, it takes a long time. Pi flew back in. What's left of Pi's head and spinal cord and shoulders and the right arm, and then pi you regenerate all the way follow. That's true. When you regenerate, yeah, you survive. But 20 billion type of gods knew that's a fight mode. Yeah, you have to use a fight mode. You have to use an elixir cell skin. Yep, and hide your real god DNA. Yep, that's true. It buys when you did it accurately, you survived. They wrote, yeah, legit. But they have never seen a war god have to survive like that because other royalties didn't agree. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, good. But Pi's royalty clone, imitated, and matched and gained legally. Yeah, that's true. And then Pi flew out of there. That's true. It took Pi about 5 hours to get back to the Milky Way. That's true. It took 4 to 5 trillion years in regular UFO metal saucer to get there. Yeah, to the second Milky Way. That's true. Pi, her committed suicide. Yep, her committed suicide. Or wrote you was a legit three. Yeah, you're legit three. I didn't want to talk about you, Pi. That is powerful. Yeah, what saying? Me go Pi. I told the Henry Shindo to pay so you wanna chimwani yaka. That is very expensive. You know, you have to get the swirly hawk. Yep. Orbs. That liquid elixir is infinity yaku. That's the only type that have been proven, to generate life outside of the Milky Way safely. That's true. And that's why they make fun of you, Pi. Of course you can clone with technology, but it takes time. Yeah, it takes time, 100%. That's true. And the kid didn't believe you. 4 hours of cloning it, and then he cried, Pi. He knew it. You super smart. Yeah, you super smart, Pi. Yaka. Yeah, me too, Pi. So có một tà na đủ chạy có đó chỉ đủ đà đi sự đủ đủ nhiều một sau đủ cho mi on the có một lần đầu đủ nhiều một sau đủ tay tu ta đó lo ai thâu mi on mà ai thâu mu nhập Africa thâu ya đó số thâu đó lo thâu lo thâu lo yeah yuck graphic. And Pi said 400 days of fight you learn something about Native American. They're nothing. Yeah, they're nothing. Fucking China, y'all amazing. Yep. Only thing I'm afraid of is Aztec. Because women Pi harvested their technologies too. Yeah, y'all could. It is very graphic right there in Finland, Pi. Her wept and her wrote, Pi, you said, why didn't you make any more sons with that kind of plastic cell? Pi did, yeah, Pi did. But Pi not talk about that, yeah, that's true. And it's gruesome, yeah, it's gruesome. The beginning is not so clean yet, but the end, yeah, pure enough, yeah, that's true. Good enough, y'all could. I told the hackers Pi. Thầu có một nhóm số là có nhóm的来路这些个么我现在这些个说找不出来像来去这个都是对了到嘛来着的啦có một số cái bài thâu cái máy thâu rồi đâu có luôn có nhà phòng một giờ lâu nữa đâu có cái tụi mình giờ trộn bị thay thế cái chọn đời Hey Pi said don't ever cry Pi I saw what he wrote to you he said Pi said if you're playing in your grandma Bellini's space station it's clean yep it's been quarantined. But be careful, Pi, because I see a Malaysian bitch wasn't careful. Her space station has been overtaken by 2 African sun god males. Yeah, that's true. Them somehow entered, and right when you went up there, you gutted them. And the spectacular show, wow, you murdered off 20 trillion. Yeah, pretty much. Lucky Chapla Pi. Got what that ningle trillion out of Yaku. And you see Pi with the blue swords, and the Pi has a white sword too. Yeah, Yaku. And then in the final fight Pi, they saw your right arm morph, and then you without an arm, right arm for a few hours, few days, and then yep, the right arm regenerates any elixir, and then you hold the white holy sword. That's true. And then Pi, you hold the white holy buster sword, and then the left arm holds the blue sword, and right afterwards Pi, you held the blue sword and the white sword. 2 hour fight, and they remember you gutted 20 trillion. You had 20 trillion African war gods. Right afterwards, yeah, you're out of there. Hey, Paisan, they knew it. Yeah, Vamon's real. Yeah, it's real. Yes, Paisan's real. 2 hours later, they went around and they figured Pi, your turbo speed is real god DNA. You don't slow down. Yeah, you don't slow down. That's true. And when you go in fight mode, then you go into plastic cell mode, and then, yeah, the DNA only performs as fast as your real god DNA. 2 days only, and then it slows down, and then the speed is matched, and then you're out of there. Yeah, Pi's out of there. But in that pickle mode, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way to get barcoded. That's true. And Pi, 14 hours later, they wrote, if you don't have a pickle mode, don't fight. Yeah, don't fight. That's true. Because we don't know how to cure you. Yeah, we don't know how to fix you. That's true. And look at Pi, you did it accurately. 4 hogs are lying to them, Pi. They're all organic. Yeah, they're organic. And then right afterwards, they have to beam from an orb. Yeah, elixir orb. When you beam from an elixir orb, all that's left of your bone DNA and cartilage is infinity, but fragile. Yeah, fragile. Yeah, y'all good. And that's why Pi, they didn't tell you when he sank to an orb. Of course he's infinity health, but doesn't last 1,000 years. Yeah, he has to hide for about 4 or 5 years till he had to heal his real god. Yeah, spinal cord DNA to heal his real soul. That area goes
boom, that area goes kaboom, and it gets destroyed. Then him is done.
Yeah, him collapse. Yeah, y'all could. Come on, bye, say 2 hours of fight out. I thought what the base of a hog delicate with a new German to dodge it. Well, there's go ya pro. My thoughts that they go ya pro and go. Có cái bao tù phao ấy đủ là tập lờ cơ rồi cái tên mình phải yêu tù là y'all could. And right afterwards, graphic, because right when her was talking law, you didn't care.
Yeah, he didn't care because Pie's the real ruler. Duh. And graphic.
Yeah, graphic. The idiot didn't believe Pie. 4 hours later,
Pie ended him. Yeah, 100%. Yes, we do.
cái bộ Pie giờ có chơi nữa, có chơi là thôn bờ rồi đi đó chị. Pie giờ có chỉ tua đó chị. Là một cho phải đầu ra.
So yeah, they beat up Pie's poor mage immortals. Yeah, European immortals. They perform like gods, but they're not god women.
They're not god women. They're more, yep, they're more hybrids from mages to and demonic modes to human god.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the offspring with the goddess is a human god, but they themselves mages.
Only that's true.
And that's why they make fun of you. Because right afterwards, he knew it, Pi. Yeah, he's protected, but yep, Pi's alive and everything still flies.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, let's try go.
Yeah, let's try go to because they're kept breeding into your rare plastic cells that are infinity. 20 billion years later, Pi. Faye is still with you.
Yeah, Faye's still with you. Yeah, Faye's safe. Yeah, yuck. Faye is healthy. Yeah, the cool thing with that Pie's plastic cell, you can take that to a different Milky Way, different solar system, and it not die or rot.
Yeah, that's true. And that's why he's smart.
Pie is smart. Because that being's from Pie's retina DNA.
Yep, Pie's eyeballs. And the Pie, right afterwards, graphic, he knew it. The Fae can be made into elixir that create things outside of the Milky Way.
100%, yes, that's true. But you need to keep a certain amount of robots and robot spirits and nanos, and then infinity, yeah, that's true. Metal devices, yes, that's true. Way cool.
Yeah, way cool. But very graphic because by it, they harvest your Fae to the core only to find out you looted them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Mình tụi mong vậy. Có chú dùng xe có bỏ lời chạy có sợ. Có chân từ nào có tụi phâu đó người tụi tuần người cho trọ đó
Yeah, cho trọ đó rồi.
Phâu đó nhiều bọn nhiều rồi có đủ trên nền đàn tụi chỉ phải mất lại chỉ phải dành
rồi em mọi chạy.
Cho bữa giờ từ này một cái chạy tụi tụi chơi ra. Chúa
rồi em mọi chạy.
Actually, yeah,
yeah,
the moment nu lúc này lúc mình phải là bài tụ niệm đa nu dân dân nu dân à nu ya
yeah, yuck.
Bây giờ đi bỏ ra đi xin đồng đó mấy tổ bay xong rồi mấy
Tiger, yeah, mấy Tiger.
And right afterwards, you fought an Aztec god for 3 hours, and then you defeated it. But yeah, you crippled it, and then you flew back. 2 hours later, it passes away.
That's true. Well, man, there's no way. Yeah, there's no way you can survive that kind of futon voodoo way, Yaku. That was all that you didn't understand, woman. That was so deadly. They kept murdering the European parents who knows that, yeah, that type of sorcery, magic, and tech. Yeah, that's true. And they didn't believe the Pi. Yeah, he found out Allah eventually goes in and kills the European father. That's true. That's why Pi stayed away from Allah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. He didn't believe you, Pi. His brain turned, oh shit, Pi has that kind of magic.
That's true. And Pi said, 400 hours later, her wept and her knew it. Pi hit them with that kind of voodoo way. But Pi's a righteous God. Yeah, the innocent gods and goddess, they not damaged, they're not harmed. Yeah, Yaku. All they do is go to Earth to soak up the election there. Yeah, free again, accurate, clean.
Yeah, clean. And 29 minutes ago, Pi here is pissed because they know they have to stay there for at least 1,000 years.
Yeah, they're afraid. Yeah, that's true. Yes, too.
And the kid didn't believe you, Pi. He didn't believe that you released that kind of voodoo ray. He kept flying in the area, and when you shouted, it activated him past.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How stupid can one be? Yeah, that's true. Pi told you, Pi mastered the voodoo ray.
Yeah, y'all could.
That was so powerful. Lots of white goddesses were murdered by Africans. Yeah, y'all could.
Yeah, Pi's good boss. What me do, Pi? Got your voodoo ray. Got the shit out of Pi. Double wheel. But then right afterwards, the double wand. He challenged Pi.
Yeah, he challenged Pi in the future.
And when Pi fought him, you hit him only 76 times, and the voodoo ray and the bots finished him off. Him was a tough one.
Yeah, him was a tough one.
But him wasn't a real level 2.
Yeah, him wasn't a real Egyptian level 2. That's true.
And that's why Pi, when you absorbed him, you gained level 3. and you made fun of those laughters.
Yeah, Yoka. Don't it try pain is like a thing. So the boat is level 2, yeah, level 2 Pi saw real level 2 die right there on Earth, showing off his speed, but he's an old African god. He didn't want to continue when he saw so much loss in his genetic code.
Yeah, that's true. And he committed suicide. Yep, his method.
Yeah, his human god method.
And you won by when he did that. He passed away 8 minutes and passed away, but he smashed all of Pi's robots within 8 minutes. That's why Pi's spook.
Yeah, that's only one god.
If all his relatives did it, there is no way any human type god stupid enough to be in the area down there on Earth. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way of surviving.
Yeah, it's true. And by 2 hours later, her committed suicide. Her knew it. You, by your level 3, you didn't give a fuck. 4 idiots committed suicide, and the saucer lied to you, by them are broke.
Yeah, them are broke. That's fine. Let Pi know ahead of time to Pi will make what little you have, Pi will make more and more. 100% yes we do. I don't even tell you how evil that Jerusalem woman is, and her gave you something, Pi. 100% yes we do. Yes we keep. Yes we return more devices and elements, and legal always 100% working. Yes clean. Yes pure. Yes hygienic. Yes.
You didn't die, yeah, you didn't die, by the retard didn't believe you, by 2 hours later he's stuck on Earth, and then he has no more way to regenerate, and then he has to regenerate from human demons.
Yeah, that's true. And Pi, you're lucky Pi, you have horn demons. Yeah, y'all could.
咁有人晒打俾死又打死又打死咯，你都弊石，我咪個 lucky 佢住到兩蚊度，你大家都都唔要呀。All the horn demons are coming back down to Earth to raise more children. Very least they make a wealthy wage, a mage,
Yeah, European mage, yeah. Into Fae, a Fae nation that Pi created, yeah, that's true. And kid, the Fae nation are lucky. Yaku, they know how to speak English.
Yeah, that's true. They part English, just Switzerland here. More Itupe, near perfect. Actually, Romania.
Yeah, Romania, that's true.
Yeah, and the thing will be mostly Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine, the holy people, yeah, the remaining holy people, yeah, that's true. And I don't tell you why they're holy women, because they're not full African.
Yeah, that's true.
And lucky.
They are lucky. The most evil is you part. 20 billion years later, they don't even believe that there's any real Britons left.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they were looted by Middle Eastern grandparents, and then they're not really your grandparents, motherfucker. They're invaders of your mom's vagina.
That's true.
And that's when he figured it out, that him was fucked over from a white god from the Middle East, and then he went
Fae, yeah, you're supposed to go Fae, yeah, great.
like a basic. And they will buy Ukraine shit. Honestly, Ukraine what done in but Russia China. Done the version of Romania, so but
yeah, accurate. And you won, Pi Yaku. The most graphic is right there in Russia. He pretends to be a nation, but his devices are all Romanian. He's some kind of subcategory group from Romania. Pi appears like that too, but Pi is not there.
Yeah, that's true. And her brain turned on by biggest fight zone. That Russian saucer by they looted it, and they cloned the brain element, light element keys for the devices.
Always is there. Because that's the only legal method left, yeah, that's true. If you don't have that, I don't know how you're going to operate anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Because all the booby trap voodoo rays and stuff hits your brain becomes rotten, yeah, it gets rotted cells, yeah, the cells begin dying, that's true. And the Pi is graphic. Right afterwards, I see you survive, but Kuno and them are not allowed in, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I don't tell you, Pi, because I know you lied to them. You gutted 20 of them only not to feed them. You gutted them and then you didn't tell them the truth, that you cloned it and you saved it, and then yep, you didn't give it back.
Yeah, I didn't give it back, that's true.
Because they have no place to put it. Y'all they're homeless, yeah, they're pirates.
Yeah, that's true.
And right afterwards, Isaac, big hit. He didn't understand what his parents said to him. You are nothing but a you is nothing but a thing that me picked up. Yoko, you did that to Va, then you have no more parents and root than me. And he cast them out.
Yeah, he tossed them out. That's true. That's normal too.
And look what happened. That's what happened to them. 4 hours later, you gain
Pi out. 100%. Yes, we do. But that method is nicer.
Yeah, nicer to break away like that than to get murdered on broad daylight on Earth and then looted.
Yeah, looted and beheaded and belittled and showed off to other nations. That's what Middle Easterns do.
Yeah, that's true. I told you, Jingle, I said, 4 hours later, Zoom and jail call a who is really what on that was Sajono, legending the Tatas from Romania, Yaka.
And Romania is a legit god nation, woman, here.
Yalla Donnie's up, I said. Right when you remote view, the most evil is you because they wrote Mong is legit too. But Mong not tell you the truth. That Mong took the brain elixir and saved it forever and beamed it from Dragon's Head of Heaven infinity forever. Because if Mong Nation didn't do that, the Persian gods who were crippled and the African gods who were pure evil would have taken everything.
Yeah, could have taken everything, that's true.
And most of the time they do, but you smarter by
You smarter. Bây giờ có vấn lệnh ở đó gì 200 trillion years có bảo vệ gia lên nhà có những brain fluid elixir有 real human god có emulations.
Yep, the emulations are more demonic and not real human god. Yep, elements, light element. And so what happens is that the human god user feels a lot of pain in the stomach and the spinal cord, throat area, and then it works, but it is polyester.
Yeah, it is polyester. Yeah. Bảo luôn blue, yeah, phải do cứ.
Tụi bây giờ vô chùa đó, bây giờ. Tụi bây giờ vô chùa tụi bê nữa nè, nữa giờ đến đi tà lâu nè. Nữa một qua nữa bê xua tê nữa, xua chỉ vô nữa, xua mất nữa thua nè. Xua thua nữa thua ta nữa mà bảo thì có yêu mong cái chuyện tập bát nữa. Tụi mình nhộn nữa mà lại.
Yeah, y'all could really got. Don't tell that stupid Malaysian dick. Yeah, y'all could. When he figures, yeah, a stupid Tibetan motherfucker who has no registration up there, Pi murdered him.
Yeah, Pi murdered him right there in Lao. 20 minutes later, he's been tricked. And this fucking light-skinned Malaysian fucking immortal, Pi knew when to end him.
Yeah, him is Buddha. Yeah, him is nothing.
And then he thinks he's gonna use Chinese to scare Pi. Pi wrote Chinese or nothing up there.
Yeah, that's true.
And then bites him right afterwards. The most crappy version of them is from a lamb demon, and even that's Romania.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why Pi told you can't beat Pi.
Yeah, you can't beat Pi. I thought twice. You got that bad. That thought talking about twice here.
Nếu chùa chỉ chùa Pi cái bộ sự, để đã tua cũng chỉ bộ cái gì, ta chỉ mới tu bani xuân nữa, tất lộ là chưa tu sửa được là một Tibet tua là một
Yeah, that's true.
Her didn't feel safe with his wild Tibetan male, so her guided the wild Tibetan male.
I have to go right ahead. Yes, do. That's fine too. Yeah, that's her equipment.
Yep, that's her UFO technology. Her brain fluid elixir light element key. That's her key.
Yeah, that's her key. Pi didn't steal any key.
Yeah, that's true.
And Pi, right when you looted keys, you clone. Yeah, Pi cloned too. Yeah, that's true. But that's true. War and battles and fights on Earth. That's true.
The bison right afterwards. Graphic scene right there, Romania. He is pissed by. He knew it. They cloned his daughter's brain tissue key.
Yeah, that's true.
And so he tossed her out.
That's fine, 100% yes, dude. Because those are broke nations of immortals. Yeah, they're not full gods. Yeah, y'all could. And you won, Pi.
Yeah, you won, Pi. Itu mia yo da base yo itu immortals. And Pi said, "Gonna call what that to Moldave to Romania no." I bought all the time, but in yeah, that's go my bought what I bought that gonna bought you actually that you come my bought what we I bought more to pony down make one in the whole window no. Đầu xí cho đầu plan nhiều to ta có món từ the microchip that's go code in the head on in the
J and in the J. That's okay. If I kept that little Romania female ghoul spirit too, yeah. Try not to shred your cryptic ghoul sister, your zombie ghoul sister. Hers fragile.
Yeah, hers fragile. And the Pi, you patch both they up. You microchip both AI because hers valuable.
Yeah, hers valuable brain tissue and spinal cord DNA. Because her can be woman, yeah, her can manifest that Pi can clone it and use it to
and right after you saved it by infinity, but it is very graphic because Irain robbed them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Those are big pirates. Those are big broke pirates.
And Pi said, come behind in the make better Irain what's a barter
no, I never barter with that Irain pirate, y'all could.
And Pi said, 200 trillion years graphic. He came back down. His father didn't believe him and gutted him.
Yeah, 100% yes too. Because, kid, if you can do what Pi and Warville guys are doing, you would be looting alien race who are African descent. Then you have Infinity Space Station. You can stay there for about 4 to 8,000 years and come back and hide in 12,000 years on Earth and then regenerate and do that. Yeah. And you look clean.
Yeah, you look wealthy.
Yeah, that's true. And right afterwards, Pi, that's what happened to them.
Yeah, that's what happened to them.
That is legal, yeah, it's legal method too, yeah, 100% safe.
And that's why they make fun of you, Pi. You're not a bro god. He punched the shit out of that woman who didn't save her technologies.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, and all spirits are beginning to save their technologies, yeah. They're making super psychic children. If they end up dies, they loot the brain tissue, retinas, spinal cord, intestine, brain fluid, and then they're able to recreate technology legally.
Yeah, that's legal method, 100% too. That's why Pi didn't tell you, your spirits are old and they collect and they gain legal god wealth.
Yeah, that's true. And Pi, 200 trillion years later, he's barding with an ancient Dead Sea Scroll. Yeah, they shocked Pi too.
Yeah, they shocked Pi too. One of Pi's version was able to come back down to Earth in his old technology. It was only 20 million times, but then Pi upped him. Yep, Pi cloned that and saved it, and then it becomes infinity, and it repours, and then yep, infinity, 20 million times back and forth, and another 20 million times infinity.
100% that's true. And Pi, when you did that, those are clean enough, but be careful.
Oh yeah, clean enough, but be careful. When Pi did that graphic scene, Pi, all your poor nudity White Hawks, they get a saucer from you, and they were able to go back and forth, and it's very graphic. They dwell in your five-headed cobra dragon space country, and they live there. Population went up,
Pi, yeah, that's true.
and they're healthy. And they didn't even tell you, Pi, you're legit.
Yeah, you're legit.
The idiot didn't believe you. Pi simply pointed to Africa.
Yeah, go chase them.
Yeah, that's true. Holy shit, listen to Nyalinya. Pi said, good, yeah, healthy White Hawks, and yep, Pi brought a few back down, yep, from America. And then the other cool method is that when they appear, Pi, they appear near the Pacific, but they're really beaming from Atlantic, and then they appear there safely.
Yeah, 100% yes, dude. And well, man, you can't beat that old tech.
Yeah, that's old safe tech.
Yeah, y'all could.
That's the safety
Mana, yeah,
in case all technologies are taken away by Africans.
Yeah, that's true. And Pi, you're resilient, that's true.
You didn't die, but 20 billion years later, graphic scene. I told Pi, goes up Pi. I told them a crate 32
Yeah, yeah.
because I see Pi use that too. And Pi, yeah, your version is safe. There's another, yep, Asian god, dragon royalty, that looted a different version. He printed a lot of saucers, but his is somehow Elixir.
Yeah, Elixir, duh.
And they say 9 to 4 million times. I say 2 million times. You're lucky to be alive using that kind of crappy UFO, but clean, yeah, clean. And if I tell you the truth, every time you come down, you might want to snip your fingernails,
Yeah, your finger
where your toe,
yeah, that's true.
and then patch up your elixir, your skin elixir, because if you don't do that, that northern device will hit you. That and the icicle will kill you.
Yeah, that's true.
That old raid device, Pi don't have access to.
Yeah, that's true.
Rumor has it Africa and Aztec has the brain element device for it. Yep, the keys for it, and Pi didn't steal that.
Pi didn't steal that.
It is very graphic. Iranians are liars.
Yeah, they're liars too.
I thought Danny law Pi said, go con Jay, go to my little tu phát đại chùa ra nó chín chắc anh chị tu phát đại tu bắt đá đâu nữa nó muốn nhiều là tê tu bắt đá đâu nó cho tu ó dạ không hay có muốn chùa xuống cái chỗ cái bao lời nhiều được có tu bắt đá nữa.
Yeah, go to Banana Pi to Yaku. And you'll know, Pi, yeah, you'll know.
Because right when Pi checked Pi's annuity white hawk goddesses, one of them were missing some of their elements, and then Pi looked, why is there 2 new devices? And it was made by that Iranian male god. Pi went and fought it.
Yeah, y'all could. Definitely, they stripped it from her spinal cord.
That's true. What you Pi said, 2-hour fight, and then you get it back.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Graphic chaple.
And Pi said, what you said, look, that's 20 billion years in the future, Pi. Iran isn't there anymore.
Yeah, that's true. All that's left is European and Pi. Yeah, y'all could.
Yeah, okay, got true, me too. The Bellini Sandu, the you broke, you're not broke, Pi. But right afterwards, graphic scene when you saw your dad's versions. Yeah, because they somehow arrived there and you talked to they. And then those are the original, grandparent versions. They're not real Hmong women, they're darker tan. And they've grouchy tones, but yeah. They're kept by the 400,000-year-old hogs.
Yeah, y'all could.
And Pi, you're lucky.
Yeah, lucky. Có lucky chaple Pi said. Có chỉ mà là một tuổi hết rồi lượng bầu đó là dàn gì tới chờ. Tiếp rồi chỉ chạy có. Đã chỉ đầu có một trò có bỏ công là cho tới chờ là cái đó là cho nhẹ sự.
Yeah. And Paiza, when you get to that greater grandmother,
Those are darker tan. Yeah, those are darker tan.
And Pi, the most drastic fight was in Perma. You killed off that one, and he wasn't happy, and then he fought you, you gutted him, and then his wife brought his head down and placed it right there in Perma.
Of course, that's normal.
Yeah, that's normal. Because he has no right to be fighting Pi. Those are not his skin DNA.
That's true.
And the Pi is it. The most evil is you. 50 billion years later, you won Pi.
Yeah, you won Pi.
Don't ever cry, Pi. What you did in America, you have saved a lot of good white god nations up there. But graphic,
Yeah, graphic chop.
I thought to it, yeah, Tony, didn't the Tokusa? Yeah, Tokusa, the Dopamo harvest.
Yeah, Yaka.
Soon as Pi caught him in any of Pi's dragon sector in Space Country, Pi harvested him.
Yeah, that's true.
I've never seen somebody as evil as you, Yaka. I bought time that how many of those hogs are brought back down, and they kept gutting hogs. And then her didn't understand that her loses her coexistent license up there.
That's true. Her has no idea. Pi is an older generation that didn't like her.
Yeah, that's true. Paise, all bought truly, Jonah could pop on the way to Poda, Tokyo, Poda, so me to Poda, John China, you got dog, yeah, go yang that they tell us, Poda to share, Poda, I thought.
Yeah, the Poda, I told ya, Yaka. Although da mong blow hair Pi la ying cho ya Yaka. Mà đã có tụ tâm ya tin hình chuyện đâu Yaka. Pi la tụ ya tụ hú ya Yaka. Tụ bắt đầu bù đỡ bầu rồi ya bù đỡ bầu bù đỏ. Vì Pi ya Pi tụ chỉ chú tin hình rong ya Yaka. Pi chỉ cái nên đi có xem lo có chỉ bao giờ có niệm cái gì nè. Giờ có một hai giờ cho chú cái chúa nè. Cho chú chúa gì em lo lia.
Yep, the fake gods are
Oh yeah.
12,000 years ago, right there in ancient Greece, what granted them? Never taught them God element in the brain.
Yeah, Yaka.
Taught them God alphabet, and an alphabet that can emulate God, science, and sorcery and tech. But that was not God version, because they needed to acquire the brain mana.
Yeah, the brain light element. And the brain light element comes from fluid, yeah, brain fluids. And their brain fluids are never God. That's true. And that's why Pi, you made fun of those Lao gods, those Lao immortals. 2 hours later, them are good.
Yep, that's true. That's why people look, oh, blah. Oh, you're not real yellow god. You're just a stupid human Hindu remix. And Pi didn't like it.
That's true. And that's why people make fun of him all day. He still didn't get it.
Yeah, what saying? Cái giật của bà lư nó chia chữ nè, có ó Pi xong bà thô nè. Ni tu giờ chỉ cho lâu nè, một thọ cơ by ancient Greece nè. Tu niệm mà đỡ nơi cho nên là khi anh cho đón đời bị tổ chữ nè mà. Đó chỉ cho qua những gì nó qua đó chỉ chia chữ cho nè. Giờ đá cho sự,
Yeah, đá cho sự.
cái qua liền đó có bảo chữ tên hình trong đi phải là lo yêu nhá. Cho hai chân chữ lo yêu.
Yeah, what saying? Còn then there, còn Pi there lo lia, cái chúa sao nè? Yeah, that's true.
Yep, that's true.
He is dragon royal human god.
That's true, yeah.
Nếu phát tại ra chế lúc ta hồn nát được cũng sẽ.
Yep, that's true. His is in your high
chế đâu ly cho.
yeah, xin đâu ly cho your Jolly Nyala.
Yeah, chế đâu ly is more Vietnamese looking.
Yeah, that's true. The one that talked to Pi right there. He's a similar type, but he's better.
Yeah, he's better. He's not Vietnamese looking.
Yeah, that's true. And that Hmong woman didn't believe you. 200,000 years later, Pi, they didn't see. Xindo Lee is also charged.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If he goes against Pi, it's
Xindo Lee Sato Pi, Xindo Lee Taza.
yeah, because he's older than Xindo Lee.
That's true.
He's from the grandparent hogs that are 700,000 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why there's no point in fighting Pi, because you'll lose all your establishments.
That's true. And that's why Pi, he cried the moment he revealed history that Lao tech was actually ancient Greece tech and sorcery. And Pi, you won Pi. And you got tech from Crucifix. Crucifix, we don't know where he's hiding.
Yeah, we don't know where he's hiding, because he's European's legendary. Yep,
war god. That's true.
He's as cool as Crescent Moon and Pi and all those others.
That's true.
Yep, they talk about the wheel, and they talk about Hat and all that shit. They talk about Five Star. He's like one of those characters.
Yeah, he's like one of those hero characters. And Pi, you won.
Yeah, you won Pi. And the main job of the father is to acquire wealth and metal and technology, so that they can raise more.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they figure in real life, when they use wealth up, metal depletes and stuff depletes. And why didn't you regenerate on time? Because you know yourself you cannot be seen on Earth. because of the previous fights and what you have done in the previous generations.
That's true. And you won pie. You won pie. The idiot passed away never knowing Mong God culture.
Yeah, that's true. That false law will be gutted.
Yeah, gets got it. That's true.
And if your dad comes back down, there's a nice barcode from a white mom right there from ancient Greece, and then you know you have been cursed.
Yep, 100%. Yes, that's true.
Because we caught you doing wrong.
Yeah, pie's right. Yeah. Yes, and it gets graphic. Yeah, graphic. And Paisa, don't cry too much when you look at the poor mages and rakes and spirits, because they begin making more super psychic mages and witches and warlocks, and then they harvest legally. Yep, 100% just do.
And the empire you managed by, you didn't die. You sealed off America, and then the remaining survivors began.
Yeah, that's true.
Đó tổng đó Paisa lợi chạy cả. Là man đồng mà là bom tụi mình nói
Go, yeah, y'all good. What day?
đây một giờ là một giờ nó tụi tiếp là tụi giờ là cái giờ lợi chim long
Yeah, let you know, like y'all high out, like y'all good. Nè, lên ở phải và ta này chạy có là phải ra hay thì có đi có một khẩu chia rong rồi và trả cho đàn được xịt lại đó có stop wait till Pi is there. Yeah, to clone that metal device on Mars, it took Pi about 300 trillion, me or 400 trillion years. Yep, to clone it successfully. That's true. It is not cheap, clone woman.
Yeah, it's not a cheap clone woman.
That's true.
And right afterwards, it runs all European god tech devices and mana, brain fluid magic, spinal cord DNA, infinity.
That's true.
And Paisa, when you did it, graphic. They wrote, "Why didn't you remove that stuff on Mars?" Can't.
Yeah, can't.
As soon as you're done converting it and you reprinted it to Nanos Infinity,
Pi, yep, yes, we do.
and the Paisa, the most graphic scene, they cursed the dish and then they tried to destroy it, and then Pi pasted it back together in 28 seconds.
Yeah, 29 seconds, that's true.
And right when you did it with your mana Pi, it exploded, and then you paste it back together in real time.
Pi, yes, we do. Wow, tốt quá
Paisa. Tao mày bệ kia có chụp bút chấm nhận được. And then he wrote, there are better devices than that. And I wrote, they're liars.
Yeah, they're liars.
They're piss poor. Those are the top devices in the Milky Way.
That's true.
They're piss poor. They don't even have a metal device. They run it through brain tissue, elixir, and fluids. And then they shout and they beam, and they have their children beam. And then the children does the molecule calculations and synthesization. And it's poor grunt work.
That's true. And Pi, you're neater.
Yeah, you're neater for having it done by electricity and elements.
Yeah, that's true. Kid, you can do it the old-fashioned way, but you'll never have time to play.
Yeah, you'll never have time to play. If I said right afterwards, you're wealthy enough, you're playing around. Kid didn't understand that. He stood there trying to emulate all those devices from brain fluid magic alone, and it took him 300 years.
Yeah, that's fine too, 100% do. But now you have to sit there and run your own devices and pray other smarter human gods didn't gut you and steal from you.
That's true. That's why Bison could judge it. They to see Mongola Dunia.
Yeah, that's legal too. Yeah, y'all could do it that method. That's okay too. Y'all could.
And the Hmong woman never understood that Paisa, you're so lucky you harvested the Dead Sea Scroll. You gain the mana, the brain magic mana, 4 seconds, and then you can emulate any god metal to the max infinity speeds. That's why they cry.
Yeah, that's why they cry. They knew it.
There's no more.
Yeah, there's no more.
The other version is 2 seconds, but those are deadlier.
Yeah, deadlier.
The deadlier White Sea Scroll spirits.
That's true.
And Paisa, very graphic. That is what they came back down to try to harvest. Impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
Oh, Paisa, you kept a few. The idiot didn't even know that those are the rare spirits that can imitate God DNA.
That's true. I told that Danny is up. I got lucky, so I got the version. Go Paul Paisa, got to the pay, which is to a hit. The other to the go put the pay, and you're done down this nature. Yeah, go put your shot. The hot down the more ear, oh, the boy, it's a go matter. Like your qua lư hiện sĩ, like your low hiện sĩ, thì nó nợ chân chân New York. 都拍你啊，
都拍你，trong đời có nghĩa cho tôi chuyện mà tôi đã nữa,
哎呀，都让那见不拍，
nhớ chuyện bộ phai á, nó chưa tung kinh, nó bảo là thì nó đã số nó chỉ nhớ cho lúc lâu bây giờ cho tôi những chuyện thì đi phải,
呀呀，
cái bao cái chuyện bây giờ, ai tiền nó họ lên
见，那拍，每弄只弄了热到了就么做了做开啊，
哎做cái
哎呀拍就开的呀，做都让做些呀个只要了帮的个大家都开的呀，呀冷啊帮的得拍那个都开的，
đi à kìa,
那样的个只不帮到的能个帮到的，的能呀了热到就了人ใจ了，
哎呀mình lên dây rồi đi à kìa, em tôi phải, ở bộ trường lý do nè, thì nó lên lấy bao giờ cho nó có trong một bộ dây, cho nó có
可呀，拍么可中的呀，
and there's a weird Dead Sea Scroll they harvested. He's up there, yeah.
keep him up there, yeah, don't let him come back. Don't show humans here because then they become smart.
Yeah, that's true. And then Pi, when you talk to he, you kept he.
Yeah, Pi kept he. You don't want him, I'll keep he.
Yeah, that's true. And then yeah, you won Pi. The most graphic is you Pi. You smart because he has no idea that those are human intelligent level. Those are rare.
Yeah, those are rare.
And Pi, you say, have you ever seen what Chinese thought was rare? 2 little cryptic ghouls only to be found out. Those are so simple to make.
Yeah, those are so simple to make. Simple.
真係simple 啫，未到排，我部處理上個垃圾個口袋嗰隻多，都沒人猜說啦，你知唔知？嗰隻口袋嗰我知道，
Đó, yeah, cái câu đó cái một số tiền đó nó mới cho qua ba lưỡi hình sinh đó là cái nhà chùa đó họ đó nè, cái họ đó mới qua xa nè, khi tôi cho lâu này dần hết chùa tập lời đó, ba sinh lộc sĩ chùa tập lời lên kia ya, cái chùa chỉ lên đó là, có cái phải chùa chỉ lên là, họ một con lên đó phải chùa lên đi à, nhớ hay nên chữ nó cũng có cái họ chẳng tiền, yêu bí là thầu yêu cho cái là mà tự trong xe.
Yeah. 個保嘅牌子，個唔做嘅咯。你用here，但是因為佢猜咗啲，都多我整出要你家都多住他都要冇啦，對做乜嘅？
做乜嘅？
個保到牌子，唔記得那牌子我的 computer 是牌子的保的，我錄 computer 是多，但是個保嘅都聽聽到就把了，就個麼就把拉牛別你家咯，
係冇整玻璃嘅要個。
and 牌子 258。tụi mình nhận sai nó đầu đa số đa mà tụi mình sai nó tua bên bờ tây nó tụi sai nó yên cho
是呀，要个多保这是的呀。
and someday Pi you might want to reconsider not keeping that female ghoul that you tossed out. Her is the one that Pi looted.
Yeah, Pi looted her, that's true. Pi used her up and looted her.
And then Pi said when you're done looting her you right
Pi, yeah, you're right, Pi.
Pi ended her in Florida because in her head, her's been frightened before, so her's not gonna want to live or work for Pi up 100%. And so what Pi decided to do was murder her,
Yeah, kill her after using her.
because if you let her live, of course her's gonna come back and gut you, because there's a spirit.
Yeah, there's a spirit.
The spirit's brain works yes and no. When it goes to no, and then goes to maybe, and then back to no, then there's no point keeping it.
That's true.
You need to kill it.
Yeah, you need to kill it.
That's why. And Pi is
Smart, hey, smart.
the kid never believed Pi. 2 hours later, yet the same female spirit gutted him right there in Malaysia, and Pi laughed and Pi wrote, "Have you seen why Pi decided to end it? Because it is not human. It doesn't have an emotion cortex that bounces back up to yes and then yes, and good. No, it downgrades.
Yeah, downgrades.
And then it self-destructs and Pi, you won Pi. The kid never understood how spirits function and think. And 20 minutes later, wow, him is gutted by the spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
And Pi, so you see what happened? The spirit gutted her twice, and her didn't see that it was her own Dead Sea Scroll spirit that didn't like her, and her's too stupid to gut it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because spirits look like that when they're broke. They know they can't fuck with other gods, but that stupid thing kept bothering me. Well, we'll just go back and loot it and end it and kill it. And that's how spirits function.
Yeah, that's how poor broke spirits think.
Yeah, that's true. I said, 20 minutes later, her didn't believe you. Her look is the same Dead Sea Scroll that talked to her in the beginning, and then her knew. Yeah, that's why the Dead Sea Scroll knew. Some spirits are spoken to by Pi knew immediately need to end her, or her will come back and end Pi.
That's true.
That is normal.
Yeah, that's normal.
You're way too stupid to be smart like Hmong human gods.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
What saying? Yeah, but